I don't know if I do.
I'm counting on that game, Ed. I'm counting on the Ravens. I have that chalked up.
I'm just saying it's better to count on the Bears just have to be good and they have to.
I understand that, but I would love. I don't want to be in a situation where we have to win the last 2 games.
Hey guys, Saturday Bears Packers. We will be in Palatine at JL's Pizza and Sports Bar. It's at 19 North Bothwell Street. We'll be there watching the game with Miller Lite. So come on by, have some Miller Lites. We'll have some buckets going. It's
biggest game
in
monster
since the double doink. It's the biggest game since the playoffs.
Biggest Bears Packers since the NFC Championship.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, easy.
Monster game.
Monster
Come on
game.
out. Miller Lite, JL's Pizza and Sports Bar. Honestly, a great way to kind of kick off some people's break. I assume some people have a little bit of time off, and people will be back from, from college and everything.
Let's get rowdy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So come on by. We'll be drinking Miller Lite. Listen, Miller Lite, taste you can depend on. A great beer trusted by beer lovers for 50 years. Miller Lite is brewed for taste. Simply put, it just hits different. The best holiday beers are the ones you don't expect. Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/stretch to find delivery options near you, or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere that they sell beer. 'Tis Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. Hope to see you out there on Saturday. Having some Miller Lites with us. The best way to spread holiday cheer, gift an aura frame and keep family near. You got someone, you have someone in the military, right? Like, isn't it like that's something that's great? You can look at a photo of them, obviously, because maybe you won't see them at all holiday, so it's kind of a good gift, right?
Yeah, it's a great gift. I have 2 aura frames at home. I will be purchasing multiple aura frames for family members this year. It's great. It's exactly what it says. It's a Rolodex of all your favorite pictures. Instead of having one still shot, it's obviously a little diary of all your favorite pictures. I got all mine from France, Germany.
It's videos too.
Yeah,
so I have one of my
right,
nephew last year. I got him a Cubs jersey and he freaked out. I have that thing just playing on loop.
There you go.
It's great. It's a really, really, really great gift.
You can share photos and videos effortlessly straight from your phone all year long. You could preload it before it ships, so it's already ready to go when they open it up, and it's also personalized with a message as well. You can't wrap togetherness, but you can frame it for a limited time. Save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off. Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames, named #1 by Wirecutter, by using promo code STRETCH at checkout. That's auraframes.com, promo code STRETCH. This deal is exclusive to listeners, and frames sell out fast. So order yours now to get it in time for the holidays. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply. Okay, everyone, welcome to the Stretch, home of your 10-win Chicago Bears. Absolute rout of a game in Soldier Field yesterday.
Dominated. And like the haters will be out there being like, oh, it's the Cleveland Browns, Well, that's what you're supposed to do to a bad team. They beat the shit out of them every phase of the game.
4-score game.
What?
4-score game.
4-score game.
What are you talking about?
I thought that was Caleb's one of his cleanest games ever. The defense, Quinshon Junkins had 1.8 yards per carry, so they bullied him up front. They had the takeaways again. They got to the quarterback. They had 5 sacks for the first time since 2021. So I know it was like the Browns had, I think, 4 starters out on the offensive line.
Yeah, they did. They were missing their left tackle, but that's what you do.
Yeah, the Bears dominated in every facet of the game. Other times we played bad teams and you were hanging on by your fingernails. This was a no-doubter in sub-zero temperatures, and it was great to see.
It was fantastic to see, and I was admittedly nervous as shit all week because it was a classic trap game. You got Packers, Browns. Packers, easy to look ahead. You know you have to win that Packers game. But
were you nervous? I wasn't nervous.
I was scared because of Myles Garrett, and
he got his
for sure.
Yeah, no, he did.
Yeah,
but I mean, they planned around him and it worked elsewhere. So I was nervous. I thought it was going to be a nail biter. It wasn't. It was beautiful being there and not having a worry in the world aside from how am I going to get home.
I was nervous because like every game is so huge. Because if you lose that one, and like Shadur, I know it was against the Titans, but the week before threw for
lit it up.
Yeah, so it was like, okay, like they have some ability to move the ball. So yeah, I think I'm just nervous.
Yeah, no,
I'm
it's
just
the NFL. Any team could beat anyone for sure.
Yeah.
I understand that, but I never got to the point where I was like, of course it's the Bears. There's always
that also played into it big. Yeah,
you're never shocked by anything. But I will say, and like, listen, we don't have to spend a ton of time on the game. We'll get into it a little bit, but That was the easiest win of the season.
By far.
Cake
It
walk.
was dominant
Yeah.
from player 1 through player 53 yesterday. It was fantastic. I loved it.
It was that or Dallas.
Yeah, and I think this was easier than Dallas.
No, definitely.
But that's
Dallas was also over at like halftime.
Yeah,
This was a much better defensive performance.
This was like they came out. Cleveland's offense came out, and it looked like they just found out they had
Well, the first drive, it gets downed at the 1, and then they give an immediate penalty. So now they're at the half. And
yard
it's
line,
just like, all right, this is going to be our day.
and they got the late game in the first half. It
Yeah.
was
They were
about as ugly of a football game by one team I've seen in a long time.
They were abysmal.
They were horrible.
Yeah.
Like horrible. To the point where it was starting to get a little frustrating because we were kind of let them hang around longer than they should have. And that's not to say they hung around an extremely long time because we came out of half and we played well. But
Yeah.
the last 3 possessions specifically, maybe not the last one of the half because there was less than a minute left, were a little frustrating.
Yeah, I kind of thought that they might be able to get a score before the half, and they got the ball back with
Yeah.
52 seconds left or something like that. But no, it was
Because it went, Caleb took that sack and Cairo missed the field goal.
yeah.
And then the drive after that, we were in the Browns zone and we threw that ball to Zacchaeus, who fell down on 3rd and 1. And a lot of people were like, what's going on? Just run the ball. And obviously I'm nitpicking, but granted, that was a weird little chunk of stretch there.
Yeah.
Offense.
But like we also had DJ Moore back involved, two big touchdowns. The second one, it was like a no, yes, okay, kind of thing. Like I thought in real time, just watching it, I thought it was intercepted, and then DJ.
It looked like it from the stands.
Then when DJ threw the ball up, I thought it got like they dropped the interception or something. Like they just couldn't corral it, but it was an easy interception. Did you see Caleb's quote about it?
Oh my God, it is the hardest thing, and like,
well, tell it for people who haven't heard.
So it was like, no, I can make every throw. And they asked him about like, was it a bad decision? No, I can make every throw.
See that, like a lot of quarterbacks and a lot of athletes as a whole, it doesn't even need to be a quarterback. Like they get asked a question like that and they'll say that, and to me, like I can kind of sniff out when it's bullshit or when it's not. That was someone who just was oozing fucking confidence with that statement, and he believes it. I believe it. I love him. And I think he's going to be a fucking superstar.
They flashed a graphic up at some point in the first quarter that was Caleb's completion percentage was like 30th or something in the NFL.
It's last, yeah.
Yeah. What?
Starters, I'm pretty sure it's last, yeah.
And then they were like, but he's completed like 11 in a row. You know, so it was like I really thought that he was kind of feeling himself in that game. Like that was the first game. Again, Browns caveat, whatever. But like, ball was out on time. It wasn't a lot of improvisation. It was DJ Moore's open, Colson Loveland's open. I mean, I feel like I can remember one missed check down where it was like just throw it to Cole in the flat. But other than that, like he played a damn near perfect football game.
Yeah, he was
really
awesome.
did.
I don't know if you saw Kyle Long told a story in pregame about Patrick Mahomes. If you didn't see it,
I saw this, yeah.
When he was at the Chiefs, he said they were on the field. Really cold game, similar to how it was yesterday in Chicago. And he was like, hey, he asked Kafka, who's the offensive coordinator, he's like, hey, like, are we changing the game plan a little bit? Like, obviously it's very windy. Like, what, like, are we sticking with this? And he said Kafka laughed. And he said, you see that guy? He pointed at Patrick Mahomes. He's like, when you got that guy, he throws through the wind.
Yeah.
And Kyle Long's like, Chicago has a guy who throws through the wind.
It's fucking awesome.
So it's pretty sick.
It is.
To have a guy who's able to play in those elements. And I also love that he relishes in it too. He's kind of leaning into this Iceman nickname.
Yeah.
And that's great because people want to call him Cali Boy, whatever. He's from fucking D.C.
Yeah.
So
DC ain't here. Though.
Yeah,
it's not. No, it's if they get a couple
listen.
inches of snow, it's like
no, but you're right.
It's not nothing.
It's not.
No,
nothing,
I agree.
though.
No,
I agree.
It's not nothing for sure. Like
It's not Los Angeles.
Exactly. They
Yeah.
definitely play in the elements. It is not the South. It is not Los Angeles.
Yeah, but he's fucking Iceman because of here.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But
I'll say the weather going into it, the weather in the back of my head, I was like, I don't know that Caleb's ever played in this kind of weather before.
It was the 4th coldest game in the history of Soldier
Yeah.
Field, so not many players ever.
Yeah,
have
that's
played
true.
a game
Right.
like that,
and you
so.
wouldn't know by the way the Bears performed, but you
No.
can tell.
You could
that
tell,
the
yeah.
Browns were like,
Dude, I've been to a
That-
handful of
fuck
games like
this.
that
Yeah.
now, and
That second DeAndre Swift touchdown, when they show the replay, you could just watch like all these different guys just kind of like quitting on it.
Yeah.
You know, like they're not like attacking the lineman, like trying to blow it up, and they're just like fucking just go.
Yeah, Swift had a good game too.
He did.
I feel like that
He was
kinda
awesome
is
yesterday.
getting overlooked and everything.
Yeah.
Monangai not his strongest. He had that big drop
That might have been a touchdown.
Yeah, probably would have been a touchdown.
Yeah, like a 60-yard touchdown run because it was set up perfectly.
Yeah.
For sure. So there was that. Like you
Burden
said,
had another drop.
yeah,
but he was good.
He was really
Yeah,
good.
no, he was good.
Yeah.
He was good.
It was
for
really
sure.
good. Awesome to see DJ Moore
Yep.
have a pulse.
Yeah.
Like that's been something that's been
Like, where is he?
underlyingly frustrating.
Yeah, because he's paid as a number one.
Yeah.
He's been the number one. And I think there's something like he was averaging 3 catches and 38 yards a game. Like that's like career lows. Definitely lowest since his rookie year. So if you can get him in rhythm and get him baked into this offense heading into this home stretch and hopefully the playoffs, and you're in it, then it's like, can this offense keep ascending?
Yep.
Where the passing, because Ben Johnson talked about that. He was like, we got to get the passing game going a little bit. The running game's been kind of carrying us. So if they can have more balance, and like their calling card's always going to be smashing in the mouth, which I love, but then really being able to hit those play actions and and then maybe just keep the safeties off the running game because they can't come down because it's like then I'm getting burned over the top. So without Rome, Cole got hurt in the game. But it's like they were really efficient throwing the ball too.
Yeah, Burden got hurt too. Hurt his
Yeah.
ankle, so we'll kind of see what the
He
availability
looked like he was
looks
fine
like.
afterwards, though.
Yeah, well, he did. I don't think he came back though. After he got hurt.
I was talking in the locker room.
Oh,
He's-
okay.
He seemed like he was okay. I could be incorrect there. But yeah, just that was the most complete game. And
Because hold
it
on,
was
let's stick on
so-
DJ for 1 second. I think this podcast has been on record. At least I was on record. I think DJ Moore's a number 1 wide receiver. I think he's a really good player, and I remember arguing with Brandon Walker about that a couple of years ago. Obviously, you can't say that anymore because the production hasn't been there.
Yeah.
But I do think he has the talents to do that. I don't know where you guys stand on that. I don't know if we have
No,
to get
yeah.
back there.
No,
He
I was
absolutely does, and he's still only 28 years old. It's not like he's over the hill or anything. It's just a different offense with a lot of pieces around him too. Like you got one really good tight end, one good tight end, 2 good running backs. There's just you can't. And a lot of mouths to feed.
Yeah, but it's like at some point your one has got to be your one.
Sure.
And him averaging 3 catches a game.
That's
Like that's not what you're paying for.
No, you're right.
And but it's not to say he can't do it. It's just that it just hasn't happened. So if he does become the one, and it makes Rome's life easier, it makes everybody's life easier.
For sure.
And sometimes it does feel like he's a forgotten man, kind of. Maybe even by Caleb. So it's nice to see him get some.
You can
real
sense
reps.
his frustration a little bit. Like even yesterday when he took the game ball in the post game speech, he's like, "Dude, I'm still here. Like it feels good, And it all feels like it's coming together at the perfect time, doesn't it? Like the defense is healthy. Caleb was fucking in rhythm like he's never been before yesterday. The running backs, the linemen, everything is starting to click, and
Yeah.
it's week 16 now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get again. That's where it's like I have the guardrails up in my
course.
brain about the Browns, but it was like,
Yeah, you do have to.
Yeah.
reset
It's
that.
graded on a
Yeah.
curve for sure, but
Like
you
there are
said,
people
it's
who
an NFL
perform.
team.
Yeah, but there are people who are
That team beat the Packers.
for sure. But listen, there are people who live off of performances from bottom feeders.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm not saying the Bears are that. I think the Bears performed fairly well against the Packers the week before,
Yeah.
and that's more.
and obviously
measuring
the Eagles
stick.
game before that too.
Yeah.
Right.
But like even you saw, I would say heading into this year, based on their previous time with the Bears, their 2 best players were DJ Moore and Jalen Johnson.
Yeah.
They both showed out yesterday.
Yep.
So they both did their job. Jalen Johnson, I think they had the 1 catch to bond against him, but that interception against Judy, where it was going in, and he had his back to the play, but he was right with them, and he said like he knew the ball was going. He was like, I saw them talking before the snap. I knew something was up, so he just trailed him, and then like the ball was there, and he just out muscled him.
Everyone in the
Stole it.
stadium thought that
ripped
was
it away from him.
That was a
Yeah.
touchdown.
Dave, everyone on TV thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got a better
He-
view than you guys.
His reaction after he caught it, it's like, wait a minute, was that a pick?
Yeah.
We had no fucking clue.
Same,
We had
yeah.
no idea.
Yeah.
Even watching on TV for sure. Speaking on the defense too, DeMarco Jackson had a sack, and then he also had one of the picks. Great game by him.
Yeah,
Mark
for a guy
Jackson.
that was a late add to the, like he had time with with Dennis Allen.
Mm-hmm.
But he was like, all right, like maybe a special teams guy, depth piece. Like he's been an important part of this defense the last several weeks here.
Austin Booker got home a couple of times. He has been. Now I was hoping that he at this part of his stage of his career, he would be just a pin your ears back, go and get the quarterback type guy, which is fine, I think, especially for what was he, a fifth rounder? He's been very good in the run game.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to say very good, but like considering I didn't think he'd be good at all in the run game, he has blown those expectations out of the water for me.
Yeah,
I think
he's competitive.
He's a good player, and he's going to keep getting better. I think I was reading last night after the game that he just doesn't have pass rush moves developed yet in his arsenal, but he's like working his dick off. Obviously, both with Dennis Allen in season and whoever he's working with in offseason, work on hand fighting and all that stuff.
There's a player there.
So there's definitely a player there. And I was looking at the last year's draft. Like, obviously, Poles has gotten a lot of shit for his drafts. This last draft looks really good right now.
Yeah.
Really good right now.
Yesterday, and he's had a pretty solid year overall, but yesterday was the day where I was really like, man, Colston Loveland.
Yeah.
Like, he's
I
will not be surprised if
Animal,
he turns
man.
into a perennial top.
Yeah.
Yes.
He looks like a ball player. And Burden too, man. Like
Yeah.
that was for a game that was, ice cold, and for that to be like I thought that was his real coming out party.
Yeah.
Burden.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys too.
The ball in his hands, he's electric.
For sure. Loveland's one of those guys too, and I don't know if this makes any sense, but I sat there watching him Sunday, and this was the first time where I was like, man, this guy could really be a top perennial tight end, like I said. But he makes you forget about guys who you realize you still remember only because we haven't had anyone on that same skill level. Like, you know how we all have these like beautiful thoughts of Greg Olsen, of how good he was? Mm-hmm. You forget about that era because of how good he looks. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no.
Because it's like we haven't had someone who flashed and who was as good of a pass
like
catcher as
Olsen
he was.
and Martellus Bennett.
Yeah.
Where like they haven't had like a real tight end.
Exactly.
And Martellus was like kind of
Martellus had some very good. Yeah, but he had some
with
moments.
the Bears. That is. Yeah. No, he was good.
But he wasn't like Greg. I'm saying like homegrown. Like
for sure,
thing.
And Cole's had his moments, but then he's been lost at times too. So Colson Loveland looks like he's a problem.
Yeah, like he's
problem.
Just, like we sit there and we bang the drum over like Greg Olsen, like how we let him go. It's like one of those things where you're just like, oh, I think we might be finally free of that thought for some reason.
I think you're right,
even though I know that doesn't make sense. But
no, it does.
But it's like, I do think there's certain positions in Chicago too. Like when you have like the Mike Ditkas and like that, like Mike Ditka and Dick Butkus and Walter Payton are like on the Mount Rushmore as players, and so it's like there is a little something when you have like a special middle linebacker in Chicago. There just is
totally.
Yep. So I kind of feel that way about the tight end position for the Bears too. It's probably the number like running backs and tight ends like that Chicago Bears. So having a guy like that one where he was like kind of a dragger out and he caught it and like turned up the sideline, was like. Made one guy miss, bashed another guy on his way out of bounds. Like that, to me, like that Chicago Bear football in sub-zero weather was awesome.
Yeah. No, I am like starting to love that guy.
Yeah.
I am too.
Yeah. So that's a good thing. Special team wise, aside from Cairo missing a 35-yarder and almost missing a PAT, some good stuff. Duvernay had some good returns.
Set the tone for the game.
Exactly. Blackwell with getting down there at the one.
Yep.
That really set the tone of the game too.
I do think he touched that ball. Do you think he touched that ball?
Yeah, I thought he got a finger on it.
Because he was like real quick hot potato, like nope, didn't touch it. But that, and they challenged it, and they couldn't overturn it. But that was a funny moment and a great moment. Good punt by Torrey, obviously. Yeah, special teams. And Dave, you were onto that where it's like it feels like it's kind of coming together, where it's like you had a lot of, like 8 out of 10 performances across the board from everybody. So.
Right. You said Torrey Taylor did have kind of a shanked punt.
He had one shanked one.
Yeah. Probably the first time he's done that in the 2 years he's been here, right? But
he's had more, but nothing.
That was a flat out shank.
Overly egregious. Yeah. Nothing overly egregious.
I'm just excited, man, and so I'm arguing with Packers fans on the internet today.
Well,
I got one more bad note, then let's talk about what's to come. How about that? One more bad note. Back-to-back weeks, we've had a guy go down in pregame warmups.
Yeah.
I fucking blame the turf. Were they away last week? Yeah, they were, right?
Yeah.
Green Bay? Yeah. I still blame it.
I don't know. I don't know what's
the
that.
Rome situation.
That's not
I'm
good.
wondering if it was. I'm hoping. I haven't seen anything, but cold day, an abundance of caution.
I don't think it was. I think it was like he heard it 2 minutes before the game.
Yeah,
Like re-aggravated it. But good thing is the Bears have a lot of depth. So
They do, but if Burden, I don't know the severity of isn't. I mean,
nothing's been updated yet. I've been looking all morning.
yeah. But regardless, you want to have both of those guys Saturday.
Definitely.
yeah.
You want to have
Definitely,
both
yeah.
of those guys Saturday. So I don't know. I don't know what that means. A lot of people are like bitching about the Bears training staff. I don't necessarily know if that's the truth. That's one of those things where it's like none of us fucking know.
Yeah.
They're the only ones that do.
Yep.
All I know is that sitting there 10 minutes before kickoff and seeing 2 stars are out is not good, and it sucks. So
Yeah,
that's just my one negative.
but it
note.
doesn't feel like anybody's out for the year.
Yeah, it looks like it's still a date.
Gordon
thing.
can come back for the playoffs.
Yes, which sucks. We
Yeah.
barely got anything out of it.
I saw one tweet that said if Kyler Gordon and Christian Watson, if Kyler Gordon tackled Christian Watson, they'd both just spontaneously combust. Which at this
No, that's not fair to Kyler Gordon. He's not on that level.
I don't know, man.
No, dude, he is
It's-
not on that level. Christian Watson gets hurt all the time.
It's constantly, yeah.
He gets hurt all the time. Like that's disrespectful to Kyler Gordon. It's been a bad injury year, but that's
last couple
All
years.
right, so now there's the latest on Odunze is that foot injury may require off-season surgery, raising concerns for playoff hopes.
not good.
Very not good.
Not good.
Nevertheless,
How was it in the stadium? So yeah, he missed. Yeah, he played 15 games last year, 13 the year before, and 14 the year before.
okay.
So that's
not
Never
totally.
played a full year.
Yeah, but still,
But,
Christian
I mean,
Watson.
Who does?
Yeah.
Most
Wow.
people don't.
This episode is brought to you by Body Armor Flash IV. Let me tell you guys, I was teetering on getting sick last week.
Uh-oh.
I was slamming these.
I slammed a couple this morning. Went a little hard at the Bears game yesterday. Woke up, instantly looked to a Flash IV courtesy of Body Armor, and it made my morning that much better.
Yeah, they're great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Chief's got the little powder that he's going to pour in his drink. I have the bottled version. Flash IV delivers faster, longer-lasting hydration with over 2,000 milligrams of electrolytes and no artificial dyes, flavors, or sweeteners like those other drinks. So whether you're training, traveling, or just feeling the heat, work hard and grab a Body Armor Flash IV. I highly recommend it, especially this season. Get the fluids going. Stay away from
Gotta have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay away
It's
from
got all those
sickness.
electrolytes. It's got your potassium, your sodium, your sodium chloride, obviously.
So hydrate
Load up on
hard
it.
with Body Armor Flash IV and grab yours today at your local 7-Eleven convenience store.
Boots on the ground report. I went with Mikey.
What time did you get there for tailgating?
We got there. We left here around 9.
Okay.
So probably in the lots by 9:30. I looked at Mikey Betts and because we were all. It was me, Mikey Betts, intern Emily, and Hannah Montoya, ragtag crew. It's funny because I saved the invites. Not that I obviously don't. I knew Lance would be an auto yes if he could have made it. I knew you two would be auto no's because you're vaginas. I knew that a couple of the younger guys, like, the young pups, would handle the cold fine. I knew that if I asked Hannah Montoya, it would be an auto yes. And I'm like, Hannah, you want to go? She's like, fuck yeah, I do. Let's do it. So as a ragtag crew, I looked at Mikey Betts when we got here, and I don't do this ever hardly anymore. I'm like, we are getting fucking trashed today, Betts. And we did, and it was awesome. And it was stress-free in the stands. I was soaked in sweat when I got home because I had so many layers on.
yeah.
It wasn't as cold as they projected, right?
I thought
the wind, it was-
I've been to a lot of, I search out going to the cold games. That's the only time I enjoy cold weather is at a Bears game. And so that's where going to this game was born from, and I've been colder at other games. I didn't think this one was as bad as people said.
The sun was out too. They said by
fourth
temperature
coldest?
fourth coldest ever.
I didn't feel like that. The only thing that's hurting today is I got a little windburn around my mouth, but aside from that, I was fine.
I
How much
will
colder
say,
was it than the Giants game we were at?
I mean, way colder than
Way
that.
colder
yeah.
than that?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
This
I mean, I
past
had all
one
my.
that I went to.
Yeah.
I mean, it was cold.
It was cold that
It was a
day.
little chilly.
There was a lot of
Yeah.
wind that day.
Yeah,
It was
A lot of
bitey that
yeah.
day. This one, the wind wasn't horrible. It really wasn't.
Okay, because they showed the flag one time and it looked like it was blowing at the stadium. But
I don't know.
I will
maybe
say-
locked or something, but
when I saw you guys there, and you were hammered socks,
Yep.
Dave, I did have a little FOMO.
Yeah, I knew you guys would. It was so much fun. I hate that stadium, but I love it at the same time. You know, the South Lot is my favorite place on earth.
South Lot's awesome.
We went and hung out with our friends with the Bear Bus again. We were talking. I would love to go up to Lambeau with them next year and pack in like we're the Kenosha Kickers, you know, into the back of it and just ride up there. But Bears fans are the absolute best. They're the best fucking people on earth. Everybody's getting hammered. Everybody's sharing food with all the other tailgates. With us, obviously.
Yeah.
We just rolled up with a couple cases of Miller Lite and we were good to go. It was the best. And the best part of the day was there was zero stress from kickoff through the end of the game.
Yeah.
I just texted Betts to come in here. Why did you go live on Instagram at one point?
That it was just obviously a butt dial. Yeah. I did lose my phone, and my phone just happened to be on my person. I had a pocket that was way deeper than I realized, and my phone was hanging down by my thigh, and I was resigned to the fact that I'd be buying a new phone this morning. Didn't have to do that, thankfully. But yeah, I got hammered. It felt great to get hammered.
A little beer jacket on.
A little beer jacket, and it was oh man, I love that place when it's like that. Everyone's pulling from the exact same rope, you know. Everyone's kind of miserable together, but
When the team
commiserating,
is
man.
good, you know, like
the vibes,
yeah,
man, they're
yeah.
immaculate.
And
They're
like
immaculate.
it sounded loud on TV.
It was loud, yeah. It was. I mean, third quarter onward, it was. I remember thinking, I'm like, you could hear a church mouse in here now because the game was completely over by that point. But
Yeah, well, when they showed him coming out for half and there
Yeah.
was nobody in the stands.
everyone was, you know,
Yeah.
rubbing their hands under the
Trying to
hot
stay
water
warm.
in the
Yeah,
bathroom
yeah.
and all that.
The heat
It was great though. I will say it does suck urinating in those situations with
Got
20
too
fucking
many
layers
layers,
on.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that wasn't fun, but
Next year you could just get a little bladder. Got a little catheter.
we were
talking
actually Betts and I were talking about doing that, the catheter thing. Yeah,
Yeah, because that's a little extra warmth.
People are definitely pissing their
True.
pants for sure.
I bet you there were some pee pants.
Yeah, no doubt.
come on.
I mean,
But then the pee freezes.
Yeah, then the
you didn't see that movie
yeah.
Frozen?
yeah, I mean,
Haven't you seen Dumb and Dumber, Ed?
yeah, but desperate times, man. It's a tough state.
Let it rip, man.
It's tough.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Keep it warm. Peas warm
Yep.
initially.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then that begs the question of what lies ahead. And what lies ahead is another date with Green Bay on Saturday at Soldier Field. Going to be a little different this time around because Micah Parsons, at this time of the show, it's believed he tore his ACL.
It's done.
So it's believed he tore his ACL. Non-contact, one of those injuries where you watch, and it was a bad injury. It was a bad day for stars yesterday. Him, Devontae Adams went down, Patrick
Yeah.
Mahomes went down. One of those ones you're like, fuck. Listen, I don't take any pleasure in that.
No,
I don't know
no.
if any Bears fans do. I really believe in liking to play teams at full strength.
I
Yep.
do too.
So that it does suck.
It did look like his knee collapsed.
Yeah,
forward,
that
you know, like
was an
it's-
ACL. We don't need medical degrees to diagnose that one, I don't think.
Yeah. So that's unfortunate for them, but you know, you play who's on your schedule, and those are the
Yeah,
breaks. That's
like
football. Yeah,
Exactly.
We don't have Rome or Kyler. You know, like it's just. It's one
Yeah,
of those
that's
things.
exactly. That's what I was starting to say. I was arguing with Packers fans. They're like, "Oh, you are the healthiest team in the NFL right now." It's like, bitch, have you looked at the fucking Bears injury report week over week? They literally were playing practice squad linebackers across the board 3-4 weeks ago. Like, what on earth are you talking about? Everybody gets hurt in the NFL.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a long
that's-
season.
that's
We've
collision
had pretty
sport.
good injury luck, I'd say, overall, though.
This year.
Yeah, because it's like
The defense was
I
gutted.
I understand the defense, but that wasn't a great unit to begin with.
No,
So
but I mean, if it's an average unit at best, maybe a little better even.
yeah, I'd rather lose the 3 linebackers than the 3 interior.
Sure,
You know,
absolutely,
so.
absolutely.
I would say generally, it's been a pretty healthy year overall, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they've lost the most games to injury in the NFC at this point.
What makes you say that? Do you have a stat like that?
I gotta find it.
Okay. Listen, they definitely had their injuries. As you said, they lost their whole linebacking core. We lost our guy who we were penciled in as our left tackle.
Yep.
And we're playing a rookie. It's not our fault that our rookie's actually doing a pretty decent
He's
job.
been solid, yeah.
So,
So
but with that said, like the fact that our interior of the line has stayed healthy is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And we've had
Right.
all 4 other guys for the rest of the games is
running
pretty-
backs are healthy. Cole's missed a little, Loveland missed a little, but it's
Yeah.
like overall,
pretty huge.
Yeah.
But they got them all healthy for the stretch run right here, and that's the best part about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Regardless, I don't know. People are making it sound like the Packers are dead because of this injury.
No,
That's
no.
crazy.
They're a good team.
I know, but people are
Yeah.
trying to pin this. I don't know if this is like a coping mechanism of saying, "Oh, congrats!" Like if you beat us, like getting ready if they do lose, that this will be an excuse. I don't understand it because I don't fucking think this is a win by any stretch of the imagination. And that's not just me being a battered Bears fans who's gotten their fucking dick blown in by the Packers over here. I'm just saying, like, roster by roster. Jordan Love, I know he kind of fell apart at the end of the game. He looked fucking awesome in that first half. Like some of those throws he made.
Everything that Dan was saying last week about when he hits his back foot, like no one's better at throwing off his back foot than Jordan Love. He just kind of floats it and drops little dimes.
I swear that it was what's his face who taught him that? Rodgers, yeah.
Dude, just
because it looks like Rodgers when he does it.
Yeah, just undeniable some of those throws.
Dude, I mean, look, they finished with what, 24 points in that game against the best defense in the NFL, or one of them. So they're still a very good team.
I guess Watson's injury is not as bad as it was expected.
Yeah,
so he'll probably be back at some point. Maybe not Saturday, but regardless.
And also about the Parsons thing, that second half, the Bears, they just ran it right down their throats anyway. So we got to have more of that. We got to come out like that first half against the Packers was brutal, and it felt like they kind of got away from their identity a little bit. I think they know who they are and what they can do. They got to just come ready to run the rock.
For sure. And like, it does change things. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
He's
a game wrecker.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
He was wrecking some of our really good guys. Jonah Jackson, Darnell Wright had really no answer for him when they were one-on-one.
Because he can line up anywhere.
Exactly. Yeah. And here's where it kind of gets into like hold on to your butts territory, because 3 left. So obviously we know who we have. Obviously we're at home against Green Bay. We're at San Francisco, and then we're at home again against Detroit. Here's what the Lions have. They have Pittsburgh at home, and then they're at Minnesota and at Chicago.
Those look like 2 wins at least.
Should win 2 wins. Yes, exactly. Packers are obviously at Chicago on Saturday. Then they have Baltimore at home and at Minnesota.
If the Bears win Saturday and then the Ravens win, the Bears make the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. So the Ravens, you kind of need to be – everyone's got to be hoping the Ravens are still playing for something at that point, because they've been a desperate team. Since they've been healthy, they've been on fire. Kind of started with that game against the Bears, kind of turned their whole season around.
They looked really bad last week, though, dude.
And they lost
really bad.
They lost Thanksgiving
twice.
against the Bengals.
Yeah.
It's like, what are the NFL? But, like, I still trust Lamar.
I don't know if I do.
In that game?
I don't know if I do.
I'm counting on that game, man. I'm counting on the Ravens. I have that chalked up.
I'm just saying it's better to count on the Bears just have to be good and they have to
I understand that, but I would love I don't want to be in a situation where we have to win the last 2 games. Like I know. Like that's so I have been counting on the Ravens winning that game.
Or we take care of business on Saturday, and then if we beat the Packers on Saturday, we'll just need to beat the Niners or the Lions. We just needed one of the 2, and we'll get into the playoffs.
Yeah, but if the Ravens beat the Packers, then that 1 win should be enough.
But we have the power to control our own destiny, is my point.
Of course, and that's a great place to be. But I'm scared, and I have that Ravens, like, they're going to do a job.
I think listen, I think if you win 11 games and you don't get into the playoffs, it will be devastating.
It's devastating.
Yeah.
Because I'm at the point right now where I think the Bears can make a little run in the playoffs should they get there,
Yeah.
Based on everything we talked about already today,
Maybe.
the health.
NFC's
Caleb looks like he's getting better and more in rhythm every week.
It's definitely not impossible.
I know it's not, and it scares the shit out of me, but just beat the fucking Packers, then go and take care of the Niners in Santa Clarita or wherever the fuck they play, and then
Santa Clarita.
I think it's Santa Clara. But
it
was
good
close.
job. Mikey Betts has joined the show. Dan should be joining at any moment. I don't know. Is he here yet or no?
I haven't seen him.
He should be joining at any moment. But yeah, I don't know. It's a scary time. And you were saying before, we got into a little bit about Like it's crazy. 11 wins might not make the playoffs, but that's just kind of the new reality.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
With the extra game. Remember when we didn't make the playoffs with 10 wins with Lovey?
Lovey got fired for it.
Now there's an extra game. The reality is, like, some teams aren't going to get in with 11 wins, which is fucking bananas.
In weird years, yeah.
It's an extra game, but there's also an extra team in the playoffs than there was back then too.
True.
So
yeah, that's a good point as well.
I also hope, though, like there's an 11-win team that doesn't make the playoffs, and they're called the Green Bay Packers.
That'd be great. There he is.
All right, thanks, Bats.
Yeah, hey, good to see you.
No, stay there.
What's up, boys? What's going on?
How we doing, Daniel?
Nothing. We just walked into the fact that an 11-win team might not make the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
Kinda.
This has been on my mind pretty much every single second of every day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That it's essentially we have to. I mean, this week is going to be a huge game. Saturday night's going to be a huge game. But yeah, if we lose to the Lions in Week 18, that could be for a playoff spot.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're minimum playing for a playoff spot. That's the only thing that happened yesterday.
Correct.
So nothing can happen in the next 2 weeks that would have us eliminated going into Week 18. No matter what, we're going to be playing to get in at minimum Week 18. Obviously, it would be nice if we could take care of business and win the next two and then have that game mean nothing.
That's what I'm hoping for, and I'm like chalking this all up to the Ravens being able to beat the Packers.
And I said he shouldn't do that.
No.
The Ravens are stinking.
No, the Ravens have been up and down. It's also crazy. The one thing, because I've been playing just constantly with Playoff Simulator.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
So much better than Tankathon.
Literally right now, it's what I'm doing.
The Niners could get the 1 seed.
They can.
So, like, that was – because I was thinking Seahawks-Rams play each other Thursday night. Whoever wins that game, just root against that team, and we could potentially maybe find our way back in the 1 seed.
Yeah.
And then I realized if the Seahawks beat the Rams on Thursday night, the Niners controlled their destiny for the 1 seed.
Yeah, which very plausible. No Devontae Adams probably. It's going to be.
Yeah, I mean, I still think the Rams are the best team in the NFC.
Yeah.
But that was, I mean, I know you guys probably just recapped it. That was the most complete win we've had in a very long time.
Easiest win.
Yeah.
And it felt so good.
Yeah.
And the Browns are bad, but you're supposed to do that to bad teams.
Mm-hmm.
We've had to win last second games against bad teams all year. It was good to finally just do one being like,
that's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Get in, get out.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Saturday?
I'm nervous because I think you just like see the Micah Parsons injury and the Christian Watson injury, and you're like, oh, now we're going to easily win, and that's just not.
I was saying that. I don't like that they're saying that. Have you gotten that vibe from?
Oh,
Packers
dude,
fans too?
I was on Packers Twitter all last night.
I can't get off of it.
Everything.
I can't get off of
There's
it.
dudes saying that it was set them back 5 years, and I was just,
They're still
loving
really
it.
good.
What?
They're still really good without.
Yeah, they're still really good, and the I know they lost the offensive lineman too, but like. At the end of the day, we still got to play defense. Jordan Love had whatever he wanted with us.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's going to be the big question is like, can we stop them defensively?
And Watson, I doubt he plays Saturday, but they said he's like better than what they thought.
Oh, he's okay.
yeah, he's gonna.
Yeah. No,
serious.
this is not going to be an easy game, especially with just everything.
It's
like that's
gonna be a
demons
gutter war.
aside, like
Right.
just roster versus roster. It's
Right.
not easy.
Right, and it does. You obviously never like. I actually genuinely don't root for injuries. I know some people will say like take. Be like, haha, Micah Parsons. Like, it sucks because you don't want to have injuries be like the reason why everyone deals with them. But I would rather win the game and not have, not playing against Micah Parsons definitely gives us an advantage.
Yeah.
But I wasn't like sitting there with glee being like, haha, they just lost their best player.
No, how can you?
And it would be nice to just beat them for like
Straight
real
up.
with no excuses.
Definitely.
Because they'll have a built-in excuse if the Bears win.
Fuck them.
100%.
Is this the most confident you guys have been in, let's say, the last 20 years as a Bears fan?
No, 2018.
Yeah, I thought
2018 you were very confident?
I thought that team could have won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
our defense was so fucking good.
So
Yeah, they were
nasty.
nasty. But
So
it
good.
wasn't Caleb. Like Caleb, I just have a lot of faith in Caleb. Like
Same.
He's so good. I love how zesty he is and proud of it, and it's just fun to watch him just kick ass all the time.
What is zesty supposed to mean?
You know he's zesty.
Yeah, you know what? He's a little zesty.
That was
Yeah.
one of the best throws ever.
Yeah.
It was the sickest.
I can't stop watching.
We couldn't see it from our angle that we were talking about earlier. That one and the pick that JJ had.
Yep.
Both times it's like, all right, well, that's and then all of a sudden you just pop up and you're like, wait, he caught that ball?
Yeah.
It was insane.
Did you see the picture that a photographer took? That
I did. I reposted.
Maybe
that
the
too.
coolest picture. We probably.
I don't think I saw that.
And
Here it's
like the sun shining down.
That's beautiful.
It's the prettiest picture. I've ever seen.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Caleb. I trust Caleb. Run game looked great again. Just can we get? I mean, we got 5 sacks yesterday. I thought we were gonna get the Browns' offensive line.
Yeah.
Literally,
It was gutted.
Tevin Jenkins got hurt, which we know he gets hurt all the time.
Yep.
They were relying on Tevin Jenkins.
Yeah.
So that part, I'm not like, oh man, our pass rush is fixed. But
No,
what do we know about Luther's injury?
I haven't seen anything yet.
Nothing.
That's a
I
big
keep
one.
looking.
In Rome,
That's what I said. That's the biggest con of yesterday. We've had back-to-back weeks where guys went out in pregame.
I don't know what's going on with the training staff. How does this keep
I
happening?
don't know.
But those are two. I mean, if Luther's hurt and Rome's out,
That's a big
That's a big
problem.
deal.
very
Yeah,
big.
Yes.
Yes, is your number 2.
And Cole got hurt yesterday too.
Yeah, he came back in though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was fine.
Yeah, because I know it's so weird that like there's so many people who are like so down on Cole. It's like
He's had a really nice.
he's
little
had a
run
nice year,
here.
and also the run game is because like there's a big
Yes.
part of that is because we have guys,
Yes.
tight ends that can block.
Yeah.
He's on the field almost every snap.
Right.
Yeah. Mhm.
Right. So he is very important. He is not someone that you want to lose down the street.
It is funny though. He's doing what we brought Smythe to do. Like he's just doing his
A
job. That's
blocking,
fine with
yeah.
me. I'll take
That's
that all
fine
day.
though, because he
Yeah.
could also catch passes.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's a dual threat, so I love it.
Dave, when you were a kid and you went to the mall and you wanted a new hat, where did you go?
I mean, the only answer to that is Lids. Duh.
That's it.
I still love that store.
That was a staple of a
Yep.
Christmas gift for me. Was always a Lids gift card.
Yep.
Like it was, you could set your watch to it.
You got nephews now. Mine are getting towards that age. I'm loading up on Lids gift cards for them.
Yeah, and what's cool, obviously, they got all the 47 brand. That's what we love.
Yep.
They got a great NFL collection. It's not just hats too. They got some T-shirts there and stuff too. So
Liz has got everything.
yeah,
Yeah.
so get all the caps, all the tees, all the holiday only at Lids. Whether you're buying for your crew or just stacking your own lineup, Lids has every team covered, literally. Get all caps jerseys, all holiday long, only at Lids. From exclusive team gear to custom gifts, there's no better place to turn up your holiday style. Lids has you covered. Head up to that local store and grab that latest 47 brand item. 47's got great hats, so
The best hats.
go check that out and go get your family stocked up. Hey guys, now's the time for those unexpected holiday side quests and enjoying a great tasting light beer. 'Tis Miller time. Simple ingredients like malted barley for rich, balanced toffee note flavors, an iconic golden color, 96 calories and just 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. Miller time is always a good time. The original light beer since 1975 and it's still iconic is 50 years later. So listen, we're going to be out there Saturday at JL's in Palatine. Hope to see you there. Drink some Miller Lights with us. If not, obviously a lot of holiday parties going up. You guys need to be stocked up with Miller. You need to be stocked up with Miller. And if you don't want to go grab it at a store, I'm going to tell you how you can get it delivered. The best beers are the ones you don't expect. Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/stretch to find delivery options near you. Or you could pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere that they sell beer. 'Tis Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. Go drink your Miller Lite, everybody. All right. Let's go.
Bulls
The
suck.
fucking Packers.
Mikey,
Yeah.
did you talk about the Bulls?
No, I didn't.
The New Orleans Pelicans are the worst team in the NBA. They have 5
Bulls-
wins.
the Bulls
2
are-
of their wins are against the Bulls.
The Bulls are the worst team in the league. The Bulls are the worst.
Damn.
I hope.
I mean, you
Mikey,
tricked me into
Mikey,
thinking they were going to be
Mikey,
good.
Yeah,
this
I'm
year.
sorry. I owe
Hold
everybody
on.
an apology.
Hold on, Mikey. They're not, though. That's the worst part.
But they are.
But they're not. That's the worst part.
Chief, do you
They've
know-
lost, I think, 8 out of
Mikey,
the last 9
but
games.
they're not going to have the worst record. That's the worst part.
But you don't want the worst record. The guy with the
yes,
worst
what do you
record
want?
does-
You want the most lottery balls.
No, that guy never gets the #1 pick. When's the last time the worst?
Okay, all right. Now, this,
Oh, here we go.
this
Like-
is Chef Donnie wheel logic.
How did? Oh yeah. The Mavericks. They have the
That's-
worst
You
record.
still want more chances at it if you. Okay, just because the worst team hasn't gotten the #1 overall pick every single year.
Ever.
If I told you have a 25% chance at winning something or a 5%
2,
chance,
yeah.
you would like to take the 5% chance?
That's insane.
Yeah,
What are you
I would.
talking
Yeah,
about?
I would.
So you
That's
for
how
a
we got
couple
Derrick
extra
Rose.
wins.
Yeah.
So you'd rather him be like 37 and 43 or
I
whatever the math is than 41 and you know what I mean?
Here's
So
my
the
problem.
number one pick per tankathon right now The top 2 teams have a 14% chance.
Yeah, they flattened it. Yeah.
Yeah, and the Bulls have a 2%.
Do you
You'd
know-
rather sit where the Bulls are with a 2% than have
Yeah, but
14%?
the season's not. We're gonna lose a lot more games. Like
I don't know
this
if
is a
we
step-
are, though. We're going to lose enough to, like,
No, dude,
the
we're gonna-
dangerous thing is we need to make sure we do not get into this stupid play-in again.
no, we are not gonna make the play. We are gonna be very.
I
very
agree,
bad.
but you know how this works. What happens if the Bucks trade Giannis?
Yeah.
To the Bulls.
Not to the Bulls.
Oh,
He doesn't
okay.
want to come here. What happens if Bucks trade Giannis and now the Bucks are tanking? And we have shown as a franchise we cannot properly lose when we need to.
I feel like this is our year. We're getting the number 1 pick.
Chief, do you know how
The
many
Sox got the pick. The Bears
We're
got
going
it.
to take
2 years
Boozer?
ago. Yeah, dude, bring back Boozer. That would be so nice. Dude.
I don't know if he's projected. Who's
He's-
projected?
Do you know how many?
Darren Peterson from Kansas,
Yeah.
and then Boozer's the number 2 as of right
Do you know how many
Okay, I want
wins?
the number 2 pick.
Do you know how many wins the Pelicans have?
Yeah, they have 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 2 of them are against the Bulls.
Yeah.
The Pelicans, Eddie, I don't know why, but I was watching some of this game. The Pelicans shot 24% from 3 and beat us by, I think, like 10.
Derek Queen had like 5 points or something. He's like their guy.
Pelicans stink.
The Hawks own that pick too. The Pelicans.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they need to win.
Yeah.
They have no motivation for tanking.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if I see Zion get traded to the Bulls. I feel like that's going to happen this year.
I don't even know. I would have liked that 2 years ago.
Yeah, I know.
But what
But what are we going to get? We can't get Ja Morant. We can't get Giannis.
Who are we going to trade? No one wants to. That's the problem is we have a team full of guys that no one wants to trade for.
Yeah, they stink.
Everyone just keeps talking about, oh, Vooch get traded. Who's trading for Vooch?
Nobody.
We're gonna
Nobody's
fucking have
trading
to
for
give
anybody.
picks up.
Yeah, this is and the Kobe White, Zach LaVine 2.0. He's the worst player I've ever seen play basketball for the Chicago Bulls. I
Who?
hate Kobe White.
Oh, Kobe White.
I like Kobe White, but
Screw
And
him.
Giddey is like, I'm sorry, but I always thought he was what he is, and he is that.
Yeah.
I feel like you've been very wishy-washy on Giddey.
No, I've been pretty like obviously the start when he had back-to-back double or triple doubles, like oh shit, maybe he's taking a step. He's not like the 1 or 2 or even 3 of like a championship team. Think about what the Thunder. You don't trade a guy. This is the problem with AK's entire philosophy. His philosophy is
sucks.
to try to trade for younger guys who have like a little bit of experience and like make a roster out of that. Those guys, if they're good, do not get traded.
Correct.
If Josh Giddey was really, really fucking good, the Thunder would not have traded him.
Yeah.
And I get it. The Thunder have a lot of players and they have a lot of picks and they were going to have a logjam, but still, if Josh Giddey was a superstar, you wouldn't have traded him.
Do you guys remember like the first
that
week
about
or 2
Shai
of the
Gilgeous.
season, and everyone's like, "Is he just as good as Tyrese Halliburton?"
I mean, oh, man, if that's the Bulls' philosophy to like, yeah, Giddey's our next Halliburton.
Yeah.
you know who I set my anger towards yesterday? Was the Charlotte fucking Hornets. Stop being losers.
Yeah.
Like, stop being losers. You have LaMelo Ball, you have Brandon Miller, and you have Con Knippel. Like, you guys have had enough fucking
know.
top 5 picks.
I know.
Stop being losers. You should make the play,
I
not
know.
us.
Take our play-in spot.
Charlotte Hornets are fucking because you look at those teams like, all right, if the Bucks trade Giannis, then they have an excuse to be worse than the Bulls.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The Nets are a dumpster fire. Pacers don't have Halliburton, and then the Wizards are a dumpster fire too. The Hornets are the team that needs to step the fuck up.
I agree.
They
agree.
never will. The Chicago Bulls and the Charlotte Hornets are, without the 90s, they are the same.
I know, but they have more top picks than it. They have so much.
Also, like saying like, I mean, that's a big thing.
Yeah, but I wasn't born.
That's like when people are like, oh yes, if Steph Curry couldn't hit a 3, he'd just be a guy. Yeah.
yeah,
But
okay.
he can
fair
really
point.
hit a 3.
How about the fact that
Fair point.
How about the fact that the Thunder own the Clippers pick too, so they're gonna get like
The Thunder have every pick. The
Yeah.
Thunder are the.
Yeah.
We did
they have,
it as
they're
a
gonna have
joke.
2 top 10 picks.
We did it as a joke on PMT, but it's going to end up being exactly correct. We all last year we said this is going to be the worst Thunder team to win a championship because
Yeah.
they're going to win so many championships.
Yeah.
The league like has to step in.
They just fucking gamed the system. They did it correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, the
they
league
built
can't
it
stop.
organically. I actually like it. It's the opposite of the super team.
Right.
They made a super team just by drafting well and getting as many assets as possible.
Yeah, no, for sure. But the Clippers somehow have to play themselves into the plan
Yeah.
Yeah.
because that would be insanely unfair. But
Yeah.
hey,
Is Bedard really hurt?
They're gonna reevaluate him in January is the latest. So
Really hurt.
yeah.
It's so brutal.
Yeah. So he
The whole like
They
grabbing
are-
your arm was such a bad. I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, and with like 0.8 of a second to go off of like effectively a meaningless face-off, like the odds of you scoring off the face-off are like 0. And so that pops out. He immediately goes off. You're just like, fuck, because with him, they're a borderline playoff team. Without him, they're the worst team in the league.
The his injury that he missed time for was last year. That was his right?
That was his rookie year. He got shoulder, broke his jaw.
Yeah. So that's
unrelated.
So this isn't like a injury concern thing. It's like just unlucky shit.
Yeah, it's unlucky shit, and it's like I was texting with somebody yesterday being like, it's going to be like we're not hopeful. So and it is like it's a superstar-driven league now where it's like if you don't have a top guy, you can't win. No. He has been dragging them to the brink of the playoffs through the first 35% of the season or whatever it is. It's a big sample size. Like they're pretty good with him on the ice. Without him, it's just like I don't know how they score any goals.
Yeah.
Because Nazar's he's been slumping. They just don't really have anybody else who can change a game. So
it's all on the Bears.
It's all on the Bears.
I kind of like that, though. Like, we have all of our focus on the Bears right now. This is the most I've seen Chicago come collectively and just root for one team. Yeah, we're all locked in on.
No, I was saying I was at Mariano's the other day and got into 3 random conversations about the Bears.
Yep, love that.
It's just everyone wants to talk about it.
And
side note, really,
I've said this before too. Like, there's been times with the Bears and specifically the White Sox where I will actively not wear anything. Bears or White Sox because I don't want to start a conversation in public because it's just going to piss me off because they usually piss me off. But right now I'm like, give it to me in the Mariano's bread aisle and all that shit.
Are you guys in love now after yesterday?
Who, me and Dave?
Yeah.
Love Dave.
Eddie and I were texting. This is
it's an unholy alliance.
It's a great fucking comment.
What did I look and tell you when we got here and started putting on all our hunting gear yesterday morning?
This is going to be a great day? Or what
no, I looked at you and like, we're getting fucking hammered today.
Oh, yeah, you did say that. Yeah,
listen, the best, going to Milwaukee for Game 5 sucked.
Yeah.
But I might look back and be like, that was the greatest trip we ever took because that made me realize Mikey Betts is Mikey Betts.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, for sure.
Since then, it's been like, I need more Mikey Betts.
Yep.
Appreciate that. Yeah, hell yeah.
He's just been a star just hanging out in our
Thanks,
midst.
guys. Thanks.
I think the only thing we need, would you ever convert to a White Sox fan? I feel like
I'm not the biggest baseball guy, so I like the Cubs. I'll always root for the Cubs.
Oh,
the Reinsdorf running mates right here would be unbelievable.
But that could be like
he's a Reinsdorf guy though.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
part of the family.
Yeah,
shout out the Bulls, dude.
But
no, don't.
When's the next Derrick Rose game? Because that you guys
it's
are
actually the 17th.
I got to get you guys.
We missed the first one because we had a Barstool After Dark, I think it was.
Yeah, but I'm going to miss this one, too, because I invited Dom. I was like, I already got tickets, and I was like, Dom, let's go to the game. And then he's like, wait, don't you have a basketball game Wednesday night? And I was like, oh, yeah.
Hey.
So I had to give him to I just gave him to Dom.
I think we'll be okay.
No, you guys need me.
Okay. He is.
That's fucked up to suggest.
Yeah, what the hell was that?
Oh,
I sat down.
Remember I told you got to slap someone.
Yeah, it's coming soon, dude.
Yeah.
Who's it going to be?
Probably Smoke. I love Smokes, but like he's
a ball hog.
Slap, yeah.
He's a ball hog.
He's a turnover machine.
Yeah. No,
I saw that too.
I'm not talking bad about my players. I like Smokes.
Yeah, there you go.
He came in here with a camera this morning. First thing is you're being put on the bench, and it's like, oh, but you're not talking bad about your players.
That was a one-on-one conversation with the camera.
With a camera.
A good conversation. It was healthy.
Yeah. No, it was good. Yeah, just keep having guys that turn the ball over every time they touch it.
I don't like players that throw other players under the bus either. Like that's.
I'm not. I'm just saying. Like if you look at the game film and you're like, one guy turned it over 10 times, the other guy turned it over once. I don't know. Maybe
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Maybe I'm right.
Some evaluation.
No. Don't let the inmates run the asylum here. He's your player. He answers to you.
Dave, sometimes you got to let them think they have control.
Okay. Yeah. That's fair too.
Sometimes you got to let them think they have it. They
we'll see.
Congrats on the #1 pick.
Yeah, thank you. I figured we'd be wrapping up there. That was actually huge. I was completely resigned in my head to what we were just talking about a minute ago with the Bulls that they were not going to get the ping pong ball luck. So they did. By all accounts,
Chalowski is
what a fucking name, right? That's a
Polish kid in Chicago.
I said that and I was corrected. It ends in a Y and not an I, so it's probably Ukrainian or Russian. Apparently, obviously, the draft's next June or July or whatever. A lot can change, but this guy's supposed to be the truth.
Yeah,
the truth.
He's supposed to be that good.
He's supposed to be that good. Yeah.
Like the best prospect since
last 20 years, they say.
Well, that can't be true.
I mean,
because Bryce Harper was a prospect.
They're putting him on that same. Bryce Harper was like a cut above everybody and everything, but I mean, they're making a lot of really big comps, and I hate player comps. And they're like, his floor is Dansby Swanson. I'm like, if that's his floor, that's a pretty fucking good player.
Yeah.
So,
can move Colson over to third.
Yeah, and you got Billy Carlson, who they took last year, who is apparently the best defensive infielder in baseball already.
I can't wait to see how they fuck this up.
Yeah, I'm not. Well, probably.
Yeah.
However, a lot depends on the 2029 when Ishbia can take over, and by then
those guys will all be humming.
Hopefully, that's the thought.
Yeah.
So, but
it is still my dream. My number one dream is to have the White Sox lose in
a game 7. Yeah, because you could reap all the rewards of the merch. And
correct.
Then just see me gutted and
Absolutely.
my intestines spilling all over the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is like I casually will pay attention to the White Sox and want them to win during the regular season just so you have maximal pain at the end.
Yeah. No, that's completely fair. That's that's what a good friend and a good fan would do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to see anybody around me. Like, people ask me this.
Not happen. What are you guys talking about? You guys are rooting against each other's teams. That's crazy.
I root against literally everybody around me. I hope the Eagles lose so much because of having to watch the fucking Eagles games with Max in the cave. I hope they lose every game. I hate other fans. I hate other fan bases.
Dave's a happy guy, Mikey. That's what you got to understand.
Yeah. I like Dave.
I'm a happy guy. I have a strong disdain for when people succeed and I'm not. So.
Dude, that is it's the definition of a hater. But yeah, I like that. Yeah,
I don't think so. I think that's how it should be.
Okay.
Well,
that's what he just described
too.
too.
The way to do it is to motivate yourself to then succeed and not play on other.
I can't control my
downfalls.
teams though.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I'm a guy that's
As much as I try to,
I
I
feed
can't.
off spite. I
love spite. You got your list.
You have a grudge list.
But
Yeah.
yeah, but not a hater list. I have a spite list. So
Yeah.
gotta do more things out of spite.
So I don't hate Max, obviously.
Like spite him.
I hate that I have seen him win a lot of football games in the last couple
And
years.
a lot of baseball games.
And a lot of baseball games, yeah.
Yeah, that is tough.
All right. Congrats to the White Sox.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Hey, I mean, based on the last few first overall picks, hopefully this one, follows suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Cubs didn't get Schwarber, but
Nope.
surprise.
They're not going to get fucking anybody.
Maybe get Kyle Tucker. No one signed him.
He's still there.
Price is going to go down.
Hey, he's still there.
I
Who
don't know.
knows? Oh,
Might
you
go to the Blue Jays.
think it's going to happen
He'll be a Dodger.
to Kyle Tucker?
I think
We're not going to sign him.
No.
But it would be smart to get back in the negotiation if no one's signing him.
Yeah.
Why not?
Let's have a talk.
When does? Nah, actually, no.
Say it again. Say it.
No.
Say it.
I have to go to the act, so I don't want to start. There will be like 25 more minutes.
Okay.
We're saving.
Why don't you?
We're saving it, Dave. We're gonna save it.
You don't want to throw a grenade on your way out?
No.
Okay. All right.
I appreciate
No.
that.
I
kind of you.
I have, when Neo walks into the thing in Matrix and he opens up his jacket, I have those ready to go for March.
We're gonna
when
agree on
pitches-
everything, though.
And you're gonna admit that I was right.
Yeah,
Posts.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah. He already hates that. He knows that.
No, but
that's what
it's not a
gonna be.
right thing. We're doing it. We're doing this right.
It's all right. All right.
It's
All
not
right.
a right thing. I knew that we probably weren't going to sign anyone, but I said,
And that's why they should have signed someone last year when they had a really fucking good
The
team.
reason why I said let's not talk about it until we were proven that they're not going to sign anyone, which I
That's
understand
fine.
is probably going to be right.
Yeah.
Best pick for Saturday? College football?
Oh, I don't know.
I haven't even fucking looked at it
I
yet.
think I probably like Alabama on Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
Team that shouldn't even be in.
Yeah, but I probably like Alabama Friday night.
I'm protesting college football.
Okay.
I'm just watching the Bears game.
It's early. I just,
Yeah. No, I got to look at it more.
I'm also.
I'll bet every game.
I'm going back in time and I'm claiming 1993 as a national championship for Notre Dame because they beat Florida State head-to-head that year. So when everyone talks shit about 1988, they haven't done it. Raise the banner.
Here you go.
All right, perfect. One more time, JL's in Palatine. We'll be there Saturday. Come watch the game.
Yep. Mikey Betts' hood. He'll be there.
Yep, I'll be there.
All right, there we
Yes.
go. All right,
Yep. Me and Mikey Betts are gonna get.
I just have to spend so much time
Ratchet.
with Mikey Betts. Mikey Betts, I got to say, even though we lost our game on Wednesday, Coach Betts was buying buckets for the boys at the bar after.
nice guy.
Buckets and rumples.
Nice
like
guy.
that.
What's your guys' record?
0-2.
0-2.
And you guys have gotten kind of beat around.
No, well,
It's the chemistry. The chemistry got fixed game 2 post game.
yeah, we had to have buckets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Now, I mean, we are the Juggernauts, and this might be bad coming from the coach, but I do think that we should have one beer before the games. Like
I don't
everybody
hate
has a
that.
beer,
Get rid of,
get the jitters
yeah.
out, get loose, and go crazy, and then we post game.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I'm more focused on the post game.
Has anybody been playing well?
Connor
Connor and Beers.
Connor, Beers, and Rick. Yeah. They've been playing outstanding.
I missed Rick's first game, so I can't speak to that. But Connor's a good basketball player.
Yeah, Connor's a good athlete.
Yeah, we got to make some lineup changes, but we'll be fine. I'm very excited.
I think you need to make one change.
I know you want Nicky out. It's just like I'm trying to let him shoot through it, and then I don't know.
Turnover.
How many games?
2
in the regular
He's
season?
averaging like 10 turnovers a game.
I see the stats and I laugh at them.
Yeah.
I'm rooting against all you guys, just so you know.
We know.
What about me?
Not you, but
cool.
I hope that he goes like
Not
1
you.
for
You
12.
He was very well dressed for the game too. He had like the old Larry Stacey.
Yeah, he wanted to wear a different suit every game.
He had the mock turtleneck with a black blazer over it. Looked good.
I got a red one for Wednesday.
Oh, love
When you guys are playing, I'm assuming that the other teams know who they're playing?
They
Yeah,
do.
we have to they have to sign waivers and shit and get all that stuff done. So they know, and then they probably try 10 times harder.
Someone was
Definitely.
trying to talk to
definitely.
me. Someone was trying to talk about the Blackhawks with me, like as we were waiting for a foul shot. I'm like, not right now.
Yeah.
I'm focused. I gotta get this rebound.
All right, then. Thanks, Mikey, for jumping on with us.
Of course.
Thank you guys for listening. Thanks for watching one more time. JL's Miller Lite Watch Party Saturday. We'll see you out there. Go Bears.